you some sort of door-to-door fortune teller? Sorry, but we're not really interested.
You're not from this world, are you?
How do you know about that?
How? Because I'm a master of true astrology. If you've no other questions, let's be off. Fine. I'll exercise a little patience and explain. I am astrologist Mona Magistus, but considering that it is most rude to misremember names, I allow others to call me Mona. I am on a mission from my master to retrieve a certain box from Mondstadt. It was part of an agreement she made with a friend 50 years ago. But she isn't as spry as she used to be, so now it's up to me.
Not sure what getting some box back has to do with us. Why do you need us to come along?
Well, that's because I would also like to take on the Guardian of the Box. My master and her friend contended in the mystic arts all their lives without a clear victor. If I triumph here, then I will show myself to be superior to my master. What are you talking about? The main thing here is to use this chance to prove the power and status of astrology. Now, from my predictions, I know that my master's friend has left Mondstadt, leaving her successor as the current guardian of that box. Like me, that successor must also be one who has surpassed their teacher. I must not be careless, but I would prefer to assure my victory in this contest, and upon giving it some thought, you came to mind. The knowledge passed down to me from my master must be passed on in turn. If I were to bring my disciple to meet her, then the lead is already mine, no? And you are Mondstadt's great hero, my equal in status, so... Come on, you don't actually have to become my disciple. You just need to act the part. There's something in it for you as well, should you come with me to get that. Once I meet that successor and have a chance to exchange knowledge with them, I should be able to read your fate more accurately. Then I will have answers for you, even regarding such distant and foggy matters as gods and kin.
That does seem much faster than searching the land country by country.
A wise decision. That said, I would like to pay a certain place a visit before we go. There is a small inn near Mount Tianheng that never sees a lot of business, even though its food is always great value for the money. The owner has always been good to me, so I'd like to say a farewell before I set off.
No wonder that an inn set up here has no business.
Mona, well, you've come at just the right time. Did you see a jade ring while you made your way here?
A jade ring? Can't say I have.
Oh, that's not good. That ring was given to me by...
That should be no trouble with Mona here. She's really good at astrology.
Absolutely not. Astrology is meant to be used to gain insight into reality and observe destiny itself. It's certainly not for such mundane affairs.
But didn't you say that the owner here's been good to you?
This is a matter of pride and one's state of mind. If an astrologist thinks that their arts can solve all problems, they will be forsaken by the starry ether. Their divinations will lose the power to guide and will not be able to pierce the fog of the unknown before them. Principles are principles.
Such a powerful ability, and you don't use it to earn a living? What a shame.
Well, I was going to put up 20,000 Mora as compensation.
20,000? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking that the person who finds that ring must be lucky indeed to be able to earn 20,000 Mora just like that. Yes, of course. Still, the owner's business has had it pretty hard. It must be a truly extraordinary ring to be worth spending this much Mora to find. It wouldn't be right for us to leave like this, so let's help to search for it. There may be other means we can employ besides astrology.
Oh, Paimon knows where this is going.
I know. I'll leave this one to you. This is the first mission I'm giving you as your master.
Since it was swallowed up by a slime, maybe we can use elemental bait to lure all... You remember the stuff we helped Master Diluc make? And... Paimon actually kept a small amount. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Seems like you already have a plan.
Yep, we'll be back in a jiffy. The elemental bait's really strong. It will attract all the slimes in the area. Even if they're just slimes, they can be dangerous together, so we'd best prepare ourselves. Paimon wasn't having any bad thoughts. La la la. La la la. La la la.
That's it. That's the...
You actually found it. Mr. Zhu, you must take care of such precious things a bit better. You might not be...
You're absolutely right. How would I have faced my family if I had lost the 253rd ring my mother gave me? Oh, let me explain. My family owns 3 jade mines, and in order to ensure that I would be able to find myself a good wife, I think there might be over 500 of them.
Then why would you feel the need to set up an inn here?
Well, inheriting the family business too early unavoidably made things boring. Thank you, all the same. Here's the Mora, as agreed. Please take it.
Then I'll take it gladly.
But we did all the work.
A disciple should act like one. How can they steal their master's thunder?
Exactly.
Well, you need to start practicing now. If my rival is as smart as I think they are, they will figure you out in a heartbeat.
What was that rumbling sound?
Oh, right. You mustn't have eaten in days. I'm very sorry.
That didn't happen. Forget it. Well, I suddenly feel that you have indeed contributed to our good fortune. I say we spend this money on treating you. If we travel north, we'll reach the Wongshu Inn. I hear the food there is really good. No need to thank me. I'm just doing as a...
Did she say she was treating us? Is Paimon hearing things? such a good person. Since it's Mona's treat, we can order what—
Of course. I am a most generous master, after all. But only if you can finish it all. Wasting food simply will not do.
Excuse me, what would you like to order? These are made using large, succulent shrimp wrapped in crispy fried potatoes. They...
AMD has launched their Ryzen 5000 series desktop processors based on their new Zen 3 architecture. One of the craziest things about this launch to me is the fact that there was no die shrink. Like, this is still a 7nm chip, just like the last one, except more faster and more better. So the Ryzen 5 5600X is $299 US. That gives you 6 cores, 12 threads. Remember when $300 US could get you 6 cores, 12 threads in the Intel days? Before AMD was competitive? No, I'm kidding. Luke's like panicking. He's like, wait, hold on a second.
We're gonna get an email from Epic.
I don't want to. I don't want to fail the test.
It's exactly what it says on the label. Abalone made from vegetarian ingredients. Though tofu could not be a more ordinary ingredient, this is a favorite among our regulars. Bamboo shoots, meat, pour a few spoonfuls into each bowl of rice you eat. You'll never get enough of it.
All of them? We only have 3. No, 2.
That's not how you count it. Besides, Paimon has an squirrel fish.
Sure. And is there anything else you'd like to order, ma'am?
I'd just like to ask.
Around...
Then, I'll just have some vegetarian noodles, please.
Paimon's been thinking about something since we started, is it? Because
I heard that. I said I was treating. How could I be rattled by something as an astrologist's mind is set on studying the stars? Being so easily disturbed by such banal matters would hamper my judgment, especially the act of overly gratifying oneself using Mora. It is both vulgar and dangerous.
So, not eating the dishes we ordered is also part of it, but it feels kind of bad that only we got to feast. Oh, yes, we can do... You don't use more to fulfill your desires, so it's fine as long as you're not buying anything, right? Let's go borrow the kitchen from the innkeeper.
Could it be true? What I've heard?
Hello. How may I help you?
We'd like to borrow the kitchen here.
Ah, I see. In that case, sure. If I may add one more thing. You must be quite well versed in the art of cooking. Talented indeed. From your clothes, you're most likely not from around these parts. But I have a recipe for golden crab. It's crab meat that's been rolled in flour, deep fried.
Golden crab. Golden crab! Golden crab! Then with your skills in the
Too salty.
There's no need to spend all that effort on me. I am a little hungry. This aroma is... I never thought it'd be so luxurious. Fine. Since my disciple has put in so much time and effort, I must, with great difficulty, accept... This golden crab is too delicious. I have never eaten anything this good in my life. I mean, I never knew that my disciple was this skilled. As your master, I am most comforted. I see that it's no boast to call them Liyue's delicacies. I suppose it wasn't too much to spend all this more on. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Now that we've eaten and drank our fill, we should be off. If we travel north from here, we should reach the Stone Gate, and from there we will be within the... What deep mystery shall we acquire knowledge of? I'm looking forward to it. That was tiring, but the quest to plumb the wondrous depths of knowledge is indeed arduous.
Paimon's not tired.
That's because you float.
Well, it doesn't look like an astrologist is all that amazing either.
That's because you have too many unrealistic fantasies about astrology.
Are you also resting your feet here?
Who are you?
Oh, my brothers and I are all merchants. We just finished doing... You look rather tired. The cart we hired will be coming in a while. What say you to coming along for the ride? Let's...
There's no need. Now, shoo, get out of our way.
Huh? Miss?
Cease your pretensions, bandit. Picking up people on the road who appear vulnerable, robbing them blind once they've gotten on the cart, and then taking them to some Archon-forsaken place. Is that your...
What are you saying? We came over here to make conversation, and this is how we're rewarded? If you don't want to get on, don't.
Well then, shall I tell you now which objects you have on you that are stolen? If you have any quibbles, we can bring people to corroborate what I've said, and all will come to light. If I lose, I'll pay you 20,000 mora. But if I win, then you'll be eating prison rations in Liyue Harbor tonight. How about it? If you're real legitimate businessmen, there's nothing to fear, is there?
You've pushed it too far, Brat. I don't know how you found out, but as long as we get rid of you, no one will have to know.
Don't fret, it's just a few bandits. You said earlier that there was nothing amazing about astrologists. Well then, this is a good time to show you what your master can do.
You're finished! Have a little taste! You're finished!
Shadows of fate! Written in the stars!
You're open!
What did you think? Did that satisfy your expectations? Such things are... Lies are worthless before astrology. Destiny and truth are written in the stars. Though it may take more time to garner the specifics, I can read the gist of a situation at a
But you did hit some bumps in the road.
That's because Tevat's stars can only display the fates and truths of this world. Anything related to you becomes like a fog that even I cannot... That is why I must meet that successor. With our knowledge combined, I might be able to gain new insight into your fate. Whatever. All right, I'm rested. Let's get this journey to Mondstadt. I thought you weren't tired.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Are you ready? Don't shame your master now. We're about to meet that successor. I guess. Wait, no. It won't do if you have no idea at all, even if you are a fake disciple. We have a rule that forbids us from teaching outsiders, but my astrology is based on hydromancy, and as the name suggests, I use the reflections in water bodies to observe. Allow me to demonstrate. From the present station and movement of the stars, I see. So that successor is a young, female Knight of Favonius.
Doesn't that sound like Lisa?
We will meet her. Well, that's all the information we need. It seems that even basic. Never mind, I'll explain in detail.
Wow, it's you, Miss Honorary Knight. And Paimon, too, you're back.
That's her. The successor to great knowledge.
Successor?
That's right. I am the astrologist who has plumbed the depths of the ocean of stars. Surely.
An ocean of stars? What's that? Does it have fish in it?
Fish? No, don't play dumb. Is this some kind of game?
I should be the one saying that. I didn't get what you said at all.
But my predictions can't be mistaken. Well, let's make sure. Your mother's name is Alice, isn't it?
That's right. Oh, so you're Mommy's friend. But she's gone very far away.
My readings told me as much. But before she left, she must have imparted
Mystical arts? I don't get it. Mommy only taught me to make Jumpy Dumpties. So Glee's mother is the friend and rival of Mona's teacher?
Yes. As well versed in astrology as she was, my master knew only astrology. Alice, on the other hand, was skilled in a great many other mystical fields.
Well, Glee's so young. So even if she'd heard this deep knowledge, she might not have understood.
Yes. It seems she has inherited the blood, but not the knowledge. What a miscalculation. Yes. So before Alice left, did she tell you about a 50-year agreement and about a certain box?
Oh, I know this one. So you're here for that box. I'll look. Wait here. Not this one. Ah, I remember now. I buried it together with my new treasure at Windrise. Wait for me. I'll be right back. Glee, don't just run off. Don't you need the things in your pack?
I'll help her pack these things back in. You go after her. Looking at how rash she is, I worry.
La la la. La la la. We're here! This is it! Let's dig it up! It can't be! I put a sign here! There's no mistake! Ah! Dendro's lines! We can talk later! Damaged in the explosions. Retrieval complete! Let's bring it back!
You're back at last. The wait was exceedingly dull. I had intended to read a book to pass the time, but this one was just some ridiculous diary. It dropped from Klee's backpack, so I thought it might contain some... Never mind that. So...
We did. It's in perfect shape.
That's wonderful! Wait a moment.
Huh? Well, it's because I borrowed this box to store my treasures.
Borrowed?
But since you're here for the box, I took all my treasures out. That's why it's empty.
You used it to store your things? Then where are the original contents?
Oh, you want the thing that used to be in the box? You should have said so.
You haven't broken it, have you?
No, it's not broken at all. It's the book in your hand.
What? This. So this book, this diary, is that Hag's... It's her diary from 50 years ago? The thing she wanted back after 50 years was the dark history of her youth? I'm finished. No wonder that old woman said I should not look at it no matter what, or she'd rip me to shreds.
Am I in trouble? It was you who said you wanted the box. You didn't say anything about the thing inside. I don't know anything. I'm leaving. Bye. Well, if you don't say anything...
Impossible. Astrology can see through all lies. You've seen it yourself. After having spent all my mora to come to Mondstadt, not only have I gained no knowledge, but now I can't...
That's so sad. Maybe you could forget everything in that book and then go back.
That's... too difficult. And even if I wanted to stay in Mondstadt... Yes. I mean, no. You really have no way with words.
Well, then you'll just have to go back and face your master.
Stop talking about it. I'll just have to stay in Mondstadt temporarily. Once that old crone's reached the end of her days, I'll be free. But what will I do about my astrology research? No, what?
About that, we can go ask Catherine.
The Adventurers Guild? Ah, right. You can do commissions for them in exchange for... Well, you know what I mean, don't you? Oh,
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I see. I understand the situation. There is a magic laboratory in Mondstadt that has been sealed by some unknown... Although we have a few specialists who could break the seal, they all have their own lab. I believe that if the astrologist you mentioned can break the seal, the owner of that house wouldn't mind if... All right. Then...
the person who placed the seal is by no means simple. Breaking the... Interesting. I suppose it's worth using... Let me see. I see. So, if you first, and then you... All right, it's open.
Holy moly! Now we just need to go back to Catherine and you'll be able to stay.
No need, no need. You have my utmost thanks.
You are?
Oh, I'm Goth, the owner of this house. I never thought this troublesome seal would be
Does that mean I can stay here?
Of course, of course. The facilities inside were just being left there anyway. To express my thanks, I shall rent this building to you at the lowest possible...
Rent? I didn't hear anything about rent, and
yes, of course, I understand.
Paimon thinks Mona's misunderstood something, but...
I guess I don't have any...
Great! Then we are agreed.
Thanks for your help. Also, Well, without the necessary tools and without new knowledge, it will take me. But I promise that I'll do a reading for you first thing once I'm ready. Thank you. Our traveling together was fate. And of the good, I wish you both safe travels.
How is she gonna make a living if she doesn't use astrology? Maybe we should come back and check on her once in a while. It would really be bad if...